She carried it everywhere, not in her hands, but in her chest. A weight so heavy, some days she forgot how to breathe. Her name was Nia, and 3 years ago, she made a mistake she could not undo. It wasn't a crime, it wasn't something the village would punish her for. But every night, when the world went quiet, the memory returned. The words she said, the moment she turned away, the person she failed, and the voice in her head would whisper, "You don't deserve to be happy, not after what you did." Nia had tried to make up for it. She worked harder than anyone. She gave more than she had. She smiled when she wanted to cry. But no matter how much she did, the weight never lifted. Because deep down, she believed she didn't deserve forgiveness, especially from herself. One evening, unable to carry it alone anymore, Nia walked to her grandmother's hut by the shore. The old woman sat outside, watching the waves, her silver hair glowing in the fading sunlight. She didn't turn around. "Sit, child," she said. "I've been waiting for you." Nia sat beside her. For a long moment, neither spoke. Just the sound of waves and Nia's heavy breathing. "Grandmother," she finally whispered, "I did something I can never fix, and I don't know how to live with it." The old woman nodded slowly. "Tell me." And Nia told her every detail, every feeling, every sleepless night. When she finished, tears were streaming down her face. "I don't deserve to be forgiven," she said. Her grandmother turned to look at her. Her eyes were not filled with judgment, they were filled with love. "Come with me," the old woman said. She walked to the edge of the water and picked up a stone. Dark, rough, heavy. She placed it in Nia's hands. "This stone is your guilt. I want you to carry it into the ocean, as far as you can walk. And when you are ready to let it go, drop it." Nia looked at the stone. "That's it?" "That's it." Nia waded into the water. The stone wasn't that heavy at first, but with every step, it seemed to grow heavier. The water rose to her knees, then her waist, then her chest. Her arms burned, her legs ached. Still, she held on. "Drop it," her grandmother called from the shore. But Nia couldn't, because the stone had become more than a stone. It was her punishment, her proof that she still cared, her way of showing the universe she was sorry. If she let it go, who would she be? The waves pushed against her. Her arms trembled, tears mixed with salt water on her face. And still, she held on. "Nia," her grandmother's voice came soft across the water. "Holding that stone will not change what happened. It will not bring back the moment. It will not heal the wound. All it will do is drown you." Nia looked down at the stone in her hands, and for the first time, she saw it for what it was. Not justice, not penance, just pain that she had chosen to carry long after she needed to. Her fingers loosened, the stone slipped from her hands and sank slowly into the dark water below. She expected to feel empty. Instead, she felt air fill her lungs like it hadn't in years. She felt the sun on her face. She felt alive. Nia walked back to shore, trembling. Her grandmother wrapped a cloth around her shoulders and held her as she sobbed. "I let it go," Nia whispered. "No, my child," her grandmother said softly. "You let yourself go." She held Nia's face in her weathered hands. "The person you hurt, that is between you and them. You cannot control their healing. But the person you have been punishing all these years, she is right here, and she has suffered enough. You are not your worst moment. You are every moment after it, when you chose to keep going." Nia returned to the village. The memory didn't disappear. It probably never would. But now, when it came, She met it differently, not with punishment, but with grace. She was not perfect, she had made mistakes, and she was still worthy of peace. So let me ask you something. What stone are you carrying? What mistake do you replay every night, hoping that if you punish yourself enough, it will somehow be undone? What if I told you that the person you hurt the most isn't the one you failed back then? It's the one you see in the mirror, the one you refuse to forgive, the one you've been drowning for years. Come, you cannot change what happened, but you can stop making yourself pay for it forever. The ocean forgives the shore every time the tide comes in. Maybe it's time you forgive yourself. Close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, and say the words you've been waiting to hear. I forgive you. Not because you deserve to forget, but because you deserve to live.